Hey, this is Getting Really Real with Hillary, and I've been exploring anxiety this week. And do you want to know what I found out? OMG. The quote of the week was, what if anxiety didn't have you? And the reason why I started looking at it was when my dad died a few years ago, all of a sudden I would get into bed, I'd be really tired, I'd get into bed, and all of a sudden I'm wide awake and can't sleep. And it felt like something was really wrong. And I really thought this was a problem. And I would tell people, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I started doing some research. And just like with fear, one of my friends said that fear, there's no such actual thing as fear. It's just body sensations that we have labeled as fear. So I thought, maybe that's the same with anxiety. And in my sales career, I worked with a lot of young people, and it seems like an epidemic, not a pandemic, but an epidemic of kids, young kids. They have anxiety, they have PTSD, they have depression, they all have something. And I'm not making that wrong. I'm sure it's valid. However, I was looking at it like, I wonder if it's a real thing. I don't know. I know they were all on drugs, but that's just, I'm not going to give my opinion on that. But what I decided to look was for myself, since I was experiencing these body sensations that I was calling anxiety and something's wrong with me, to take them a step deeper. So I get into bed, my chest is tight, my heart is racing, it's hard to breathe. Okay, those are body sensations. Now, sometimes I could just breathe, take some deep breaths, calm down. Sometimes that didn't work. So what I did was I have this app called Headspace. And sometimes when I can't sleep, I put it on, and they happen to have a program called Managing Anxiety. So I was like, let's try it. So the first week we looked at, now what this guy does, he has a thing called noting, and you take your thoughts and you note them. So what we were doing was going, is that a thought or a feeling? So one day I had leg cramps, and it was like, okay, that's a feeling. Then the pain kept moving. So I was like, okay, that's a feeling. And then I would have a thought, something's wrong. I'm stupid. It must be my fault. Whatever. That's a thought. That's a feeling. That's a thought. Okay. The next week we added another layer, which was, is this an unpleasant, pleasant, or neutral thought or feeling? And it was really cool to be able to just go, oh, okay, that's an unpleasant feeling. That hurts, right? So that's an unpleasant feeling. But take out that hurts. Just go unpleasant feeling. I would have a thought, something's wrong. That's an unpleasant thought. I would think of someone who did something to me. Well, that's an unpleasant thought. And I actually got to fall asleep because I was outside of it. I was now observing it instead of having it have me. So that's why the quote was, what if anxiety doesn't have you, but you can now take a step out and observe it? So that's been really freeing. And I've actually used it during the day. Somebody I thought I was going to have an appointment with, and they said they couldn't make it. And I was like, I started going down the tubes, and then I was like, oh, that's an unpleasant thought. Wow. That was so cool. And I actually didn't have to go down the tubes into the rabbit hole of something's wrong and life sucks. So I'm just sharing this with you in case it's valuable for you. What if anxiety doesn't have to have you? And what if you can actually observe it? Notice the body sensations, and instead of calling it anxiety, go, oh, tightness in the chest. Oh, head is racing. Oh, my thought says something is wrong with me, or whatever your version is, that's mine. So I'm sharing this with you in case it's valuable. This is Getting Real with Hillary. We will be migrating, and I'm not sure of the direction yet, but it's very exciting. So stay tuned. I will try to continue my newsletters and the weekly video, and we'll see where it goes. So it's going to be exciting. It's an exciting, there was something, like I usually want to, I know there's a separate tangent, but I usually want to get the thing done and get there and then move to the next thing. But I was reading something that said, what if you could enjoy the journey? Oh, what if I could? Instead of just trying to get there so I can do the next thing. So anyway, I'm going to write that down. What if I could enjoy the journey? That might be next week's quote, because I certainly don't. I'm always like racing and crazy. What if I can enjoy the journey? Yeah, that would be fun to explore. We explored crazy. We transformed that last week, and next week could be enjoy the journey. So anyway, enjoy your journey. Hope you're up to great things. Stay tuned. See you soon.